According to information coming from meteorologists, Hurricane Epsilon produced some dangerous swells and rip currents, and these may affect the U.S. East Coast. There is also concern about a system that exists in the western regions of the Caribbean, and as this system nears Florida, it has a 60% chance of developing. A low-pressure system currently exists in the Caribbean and is getting closer and closer to Florida, and this system has been given a 60% chance of development into the next tropical depression or tropical storm over the next 5 days. The broad area of low pressure is currently close to Grand Cayman Island and is currently producing showers and thunderstorms, mainly to the east and south of the center of the system. A tropical depression is expected to form over the next couple of days as the storm moves to the northwest. The system has a 40% chance of forming in the next 48 hours. According to information coming from forecasters, if this system becomes a tropical storm, it will be the 27th named storm of the year 2020, and it will receive the Greek letter zeta as its name. Forecasters are also expecting that the storm will move over the southeastern Gulf of Mexico as soon as early next week. They are also forecasting that there will be heavy rainfall closer to portions of Cayman Islands, Cuba, southern Florida, the Keys, and the northwestern regions of Bahamas through the weekend. The highest rainfall chances are expected to come closer to the southern tip of the peninsula in Florida on early Sunday morning. The storm will later spread northward throughout the day, but stop just shy of getting closer to central Florida. Hurricane Epsilon is still spinning as a Category 1 hurricane as of Friday morning, and this system is expected to bring dangerous surf and rip currents along the U.S. East Coast after it has battered Bermuda, the Bahamas, and other islands over the weekend. As of about 11 a.m., Epsilon was just approximately 195 miles east-northeast of Bermuda, with maximum sustained winds of 85 miles per hour. The system was moving north at 7 miles per hour. Epsilon's hurricane force winds extend outward up to approximately 15 miles from its center, and its tropical storm force winds reach up to 255 miles. The system will also generate large swells, and these are expected to affect Bermuda, the Bahamas, the Greater Antilles, the Leeward Islands, the east coast of the United States, and the Atlantic regions of Canada as the next few days progress. Whilst the storm's maximum sustained wind speeds have weakened throughout this week, that weakening trend is expected to stop, with the storm's eye gaining structure over warmer waters. However, it should be noted that its power is expected to remain steady. The storm is also projected to accelerate as it continues on a northeastward track into the weekend and early into next week. Further development for this system is quite unlikely, and Hurricane Epsilon is predicted to weaken starting early next week. Hurricane Epsilon is the fourth major hurricane of the 2020 Atlantic hurricane season and was the earliest named 26th storm on record. It took the previous record, which was held by a hurricane which was named in 2005 on November 22. Hurricane Epsilon is also the seventh storm to rapidly increase in strength in the Atlantic for this 2020 Atlantic hurricane season. This is the latest in the season that a tropical cyclone has intensified so quickly and so far to the northeast. Recently, it should be noted that Hurricane Delta strengthened the fastest from a tropical depression to a Category 4 storm in the Atlantic. Hurricane Epsilon rapidly intensified on Tuesday into Wednesday and became the seventh storm this season to do so in the Atlantic basin. Epsilon strengthened into a hurricane late Tuesday as it tracked through the central Atlantic and quickly intensified from a 60 miles per hour tropical storm to a 110 miles per hour Category 2 hurricane by Wednesday. This rapid intensification and development occurred in an unusual area for this time of year. This is the farthest to the northeast that any Atlantic tropical cyclone has developed so quickly and this late in the season. The 2020 Atlantic hurricane season is still active, and the systems that are developing continue to break records that were previously set in other hurricane seasons. Hurricane Epsilon became the third tropical cyclone to rapidly intensify in the Atlantic basin in just 1 month. The term rapid intensification applies specifically to any tropical cyclone whose maximum sustained winds increased by approximately 35 miles per hour in just a day or less. All but one of the 7 systems that achieved the process of rapid intensification for this hurricane season became a hurricane. Only Gamma remained a tropical storm. Its peak maximum sustained winds reached 70 miles per hour, but it never got to hurricane status, but it was very close to getting to that level. Conditions that exist in the Gulf of Mexico have been generally favorable for tropical cyclones, and 3 of the rapid intensifications occurred there. These intensifications include that of Hannah, Laura, and Sally. Prior to the development of Epsilon, all of the storms impacted land at some point, although Hurricane Teddy just brushed past Bermuda and then hit the Atlantic areas of Canada as a post-tropical cyclone. It should be noted as well that Hurricane Epsilon may also brush past Bermuda with tropical storm conditions as it passes to the east of Bermuda into this week. Hurricane Delta was particularly noteworthy since it set a record for the fastest strengthening from a tropical depression to a Category 4 hurricane in the Atlantic basin. It took all of 36 hours from October 4th to October 6th to become a Category 4 hurricane. Winds within Delta increased by 85 miles per hour, more than double the criteria that was mentioned for rapid intensification. Hurricane Sally also had rapid intensification. Sally's maximum sustained winds increased by 60 miles per hour in just 12 hours on September 14th. It did not become a major hurricane. However, it was a hurricane and it made landfall near Gulf Shores in Alabama as a Category 2 storm. Hurricanes Laura, Teddy, and Delta all reached major hurricane status. There is also a chance that Epsilon may join this group and become a Category 3 hurricane before it weakens as it tracks northwards. This year's strongest Atlantic hurricane was Laura, and it also had to go through the process of rapid intensification. Hurricane Laura had maximum sustained winds of 150 miles per hour as a Category 4 storm when it made landfall in the southwestern regions of Louisiana in August 2020. As Hurricane Epsilon is currently weakening, we hope that it will not regain much strength, but who knows, it will be passing over warmer waters soon. Well, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and remember to be safe. Remember to practice all the necessary hurricane preparedness tips that may be issued by your emergency and disaster agencies. Of course, look out for flooding and heavy rains if you are in the Caribbean or close to this Epsilon system, as the bands will stretch out and affect weather and climate conditions.